Hey guys, Red Spart here. So today I'm going to be reviewing Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance. This will be one of my few, hopefully many, board game reviews. Zombicide, or Marvel Zombies, is a game in which you are the superheroes. You are trying to do objectives and trying to get those objectives done in time before the zombies eat you or somehow destroy those objectives. And it's a cooperative game where you and 1 to 4 players are trying to get this stuff done in time. I do my reviews as a decimal system with 6 different categories. The first 2 categories are the highest you get is a 0.5, and then the rest are all ones. And then at the end, I round down to the nearest 0.5, and that is the rating of the overall game. The first 2 categories are rulebook and then look of the table. So look at tables like cosmetic, like how does it look overall. Then the next categories are ease of play, replayability at cost, competitive or harshness. So the reason for competitive or harshness is if it's a cooperative game, it's more so about how harsh or how hard it is or how complex it can be towards you because you're working together to kind of beat it. And then competitive is how you could go around to be different or competitive with the other players that you're playing against. Fun factor is the last one. So for rulebook, this rulebook overall is pretty good. It's pretty thick, but the reason being for the thickness is that the first half of it is explaining how to play the game and different things with bystanders, zombies, and the zombie heroes and yourselves, and turn order. And then the last half of it is all based on scenarios, the different scenarios, and it does categorize them between easy and hard. I would say the rulebook is overall pretty good. It teaches you pretty much everything overall, and you could always go back to it, and everything's laid out pretty well if you have any questions. I will say there were some questions that we had. I would say there was one particular, I can't really remember what it was. I know it had to do with a bystander, but as far as it was a question I had, and I couldn't find it in the rulebook, and I couldn't find it online, so I don't think anyone has ran across it yet. I didn't ask on Board Game Geek, but I should have. But because of all this, I give the rulebook overall a 0.4. As far as look at the table, I will say that this game does have miniatures, but it does have standees as well because it is a more accessible game and it's at a cheaper price point. They will be having later games come out that are all miniatures, and there'll be one where you're playing as the zombie heroes and you're trying to eat people and superheroes, and then there's another one that they're going to be coming out with that where you're the superheroes and then you're trying to fight off the zombies and the zombie superheroes. But this one is where you're heroes fighting zombies and zombie superheroes. So the look at the table is overall pretty well done. The miniatures for the superheroes are really well done, and then the standees look good, and it doesn't feel too cheap. And by that I mean the miniatures are well, and there's standees. Some people have always preferred this game. Not, I shouldn't say preferred. Have wanted this game to be where it has standees. They want it at a cheaper price point. This game allows that. I think this is them kind of experimenting to see if that's even a thing where people actually will buy it and want it. There isn't as many tile sets as the big game, but nonetheless, they have things in the front and back, so you're able to flip them, and there's a lot of decent amount of scenarios for the price point, right? So I would say overall, ease of play, or not ease of play, look at the table is a 0.3 because of the standees. I give it a 0.3, and that's me going up on it because the price is what it is because it has standees, so it's 0.3. Ease of play. Now I will say overall, this game, it has a lot of things to learn if no one at the table knows how to play a Zombicide game. That being said, if you know all that stuff and then you're teaching it to everyone else, it is very easy to teach. So this game, because of ease of play, I'm going to give it a 0.6 because it is a decent amount of different things to learn if no one knows anything. It's a lot of stuff to kind of read and kind of whatever, and you're going to go back and read a question and in which order do I do this? Where do the zombies go towards? When I open the door, where do I spawn? Kind of thing. It's different things you're going to have to learn. And then also setting everything up is also part of ease of play. So because of ease of play being at where it's at, the standees also to punch them out and then put them on their little stand. That also goes in the factor of ease of play. So I gave ease of play a 0.6. Now that being said, if any one of you knows how to play the game, it is very easy to teach and everyone's going to pick it up like that. It's very intuitive. So 0.6 on that. Now replayability to cost, like I said, been saying throughout this video, this game is a very cheap game. It's their access point, I guess you would say, their introduction for other people to play. And it's a good way to do it because it's Marvel. So you know that people are going to probably get it just because of that. Zombies, people will probably get it because of that. And then you got Marvel Zombies. So as far as replayability and cost, there is a fair bit of scenarios in there as is. And that being said, the scenarios can be different because of what heroes you play, what bystanders come out, what zombie heroes come to attack you, and then your path of going about things as well. If obviously all that stuff will change, so because of that, replayability is actually pretty good at cost. So I gave it a 0.7. Now with competitiveness and harshness, it is a cooperative game, so because it's a cooperative game, it doesn't get anything on competitiveness. But I will say, this is not part of this review, but the more expensive iterations of this game are going to have a competitive mode where you could be zombie superheroes and then another team could be superheroes. And you'll have either objectives that you'll be fighting over or fighting each other. That is not in this part of this video, but I will say that that is going to be coming in the later iterations of this game. So this is going to be based on harshness. Now, this is a better implementation of Zombicide. I will say it's on par with Black Plague. It can be harsh, and I would say I played this game 5 times, and 3 or 4 of those 5 times we lost. And one of those times was very clearly my fault because I picked up a bomb and used it on a group of zombies rather than using it on, I believe it's Scarlet Witch. And Scarlet Witch, yeah, we couldn't stop her. So we all died. Well, I should say one of us died. But that was my fault. And so I would say this game is very harsh. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. You want that to be a thing. You don't want to be given the win because then you're not going to replay it. If you're given the win, you're not going to replay it because you already know what's going to happen. And you know that everything that you want to do is going to happen. If everything you want to do is going to happen, you could just imagine the game. Then you don't have to play it because it's not going to like push you into an area where you don't want to be. It's not going to make you run away. It's not going to make you avoid that room because you've already opened all these other rooms. It's not going to make you hurry up and open up all the rooms because one of you is almost close to the orange or the red or the dark red area on your experience bar. So this game is harsh, and that's good. That's a good thing. So I gave it a 0.8. On the fun factor, it is very fun. Like I said, there is moments where you have to run away. There is moments where you're looking at things like, oh God, we're going to get hit a lot by those runners. Or, oh, Scarlet Witch is here. Do we try to fight her or do we run away? And it kind of adds a very thematic feel. And with that, it makes it fun. It makes it very enjoyable. So because of the fun factor, I will give it a 0.7. Now, before I go through and say exactly what the total is, which some of you might have already did the math, I will say thank you guys so much for watching this video, and it means a lot to me. And if you guys would like to subscribe and share this video so we could try to get near 1,000 so I could give those away to everyone, and not only that, but so I could feel fulfilled, that'll mean a lot to me. Also, if you guys have any criticisms or any things you want to say for me to improve these videos, I will listen to them to the best that I can. And by that I mean if you like say like a different room or show a table like that costs money, you guys. I gotta go with what I have and work my way there myself. But as far as things I could do myself or different critiques on how I review games, please let me know. I would be glad to listen to all those. As far as if there's any games you guys would like me to review or play, to let you guys know what my thoughts are on those, leave those down in the comments down below too. I would love to know that. If neither one of those things are something that you want to type in the comments, then if you have this game, let me know what's the most memorable moment you've had in this game. I would love to know that too. Like I said, the bomb moment is mine. So yeah, but anyway, overall this game gets a 3.5. I didn't have to round down at all. It landed at right at a 3.5, so that's where it's at out of 5. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you next time.